Hello, good evening. Welcome to Shine Like a North Star. I am bearing down to do these on YouTube Live, and I've teased you for the last 2 weeks that it's going to be live, and I'm running into some hiccups, which I will figure out. So bear with me. This is an uploaded one, but I am talking to you like we're live. So our work last week was really around engagement and thinking through 3 principles of engagement. The first one is hook 'em with how cool engagement is. Second one was to get the team to own it. And the third one was to really sustain that level of engagement. So why does engagement matter? Of course, we're in this crazy pandemic, and maybe years from now when people are watching my wisdom, they'll smile at how well we've recovered. That recovery is going to take some innovation and some focused energy, which really equates to engagement, right? What does that initiative look like to come up with new ways of doing things, new suggestions, streamlining the work, responding to new realities that are emerging as we work our way through this pandemic. So first things first, let me use this pretty whiteboard. So when we think about hook 'em on engagement, it really boils down to this concept that we have talked about before, maybe not in this specific depth, of sense of belonging. Everybody wants to belong. I mean, that's the cool thing about engagement in this work that we're doing. So really effective leaders create this sense of belonging, and I sort of reference it as in the circle stuff. You're in the club, you're in the circle, you know what's expected of you, and it's a compelling hook. So that desire to sort of be in the club is compelling to the extent that I actually might be out here and I pull myself in. So that's the hook of engagement. So it was super fun. I'm working with this great team of nurse leaders right now, and they are hooking their team on engagement. So we did some work yesterday really talking about, as a group of leaders, what do you want your dream team to look like? You know, what's in that circle stuff? And so they were brainstorming different ideas, and I'm writing like crazy on chart paper, and everyone's super enthused. And at the end of the session, one of the leaders said, I'm gonna talk to our frontline staff like, this is the way we do it in our team. And I'm like, yes, we're talking about identity. So that's really compelling and exciting when we think of creating a dream team that is so dynamic that in the face of, being short-staffed in hospital settings right now, the work is heavy, the shifts are long, it goes on and on. Healthcare is just a tricky spot right now, tricky industry. That's going to really create a dream team and our vision that hooks people is, imagine a department, hospital unit that actually has people lined up to work in it. And the work that this particular unit does is not light work. Is there really light work anywhere in a hospital? At any rate, super compelling. Hook 'em on the vision. But that first requires leaders to say, what does my circle look like? What do I want to see in my circle? And then how do I pull people in? So that hook 'em starts with this concept that I have called growing the positive. So, of course, healthcare leaders are intrinsically sort of positive, caring people. And they are relational based. And so there's this tendency to thank people for stuff. Thanks for taking on that extra patient. Thanks for taking on that shift. Thanks for whatever it is, right? And we mean it, of course. It's a sincere thank you. What we're missing is that opportunity to really grow the positive. So when we think about reinforcing what it is to belong in our unit or our team and creating this sense of belonging, we're really talking about reinforcing the behaviors that are there. So it's certainly good to say thanks for covering the shift. And hello, handsome. I'm doing my live thing. He just got home. I'm doing my live thing, so give me a sec. So growing the positive. Good to say thank you for taking the shift. Add on a little bit around the behavior of taking on the shift and how it fits in the circle, right? So thanks for taking the shift. That's the kind of have each other's back that we really do in this unit. You might say to someone, who's taking on an extra patient, thanks for taking on that extra patient. You've really positioned us to grow our frontline staff because now there's more time for mentoring, right? We're a team that learns, and you've just created a situation for others to learn by taking on that extra patient. So certainly grow the positive through the thank yous, but really hammer home this idea of what it is to be in the circle. So leaders have to first get a clear sense of what does their dream team look like? And then when they see evidence of those behaviors that are dream team, pounce all over that. Praise the crap out of it. So, not just thank them for being a good team member or doing something that's helpful, but really what about that behavior creates the identity that you want in your dream team. All right. And why does this stuff matter? Because we need engaged employees to rally and to really redesign our world in the future. So we need the innovation, we need the focus energy, and the reality is we're tired. COVID fatigue is real and all over the place. So when we have a compelling vision of what that looks like to be in the club, even though it may be work, we feel lighter doing the work because it's just so compelling. So grow the positive by creating that hook and really reinforcing how those behaviors align with the vision. My name is Carrie Burchill. I am the owner and president of Shine Like a North Star. When we think of that company name, it's really what all of us are trying to do, right? Shine our brightest in this unclear, maybe murky sky. And if you know anything about North Stars, they're not always the bright color that they were last night or tomorrow, right? They're going to vacillate in their brightness. It vacillates in its brightness just like we do as humans. So this work is about being our best. It's not about being perfect. So let's rally together, shine like a North Star, and start with hooking them on engagement.